This is our last chance. Oh my goodness. So first things first, I made a video not too long ago talking about how black people only had 5 years until extinction, until it was game over. From there, I made another video talking about Kamala Harris, how if she were to be running, she'd be running as a black woman and how that would be a benefit to us. Both videos were met with vitriol from alleged black accounts because there's a lot of digital blackface going on. And I'm gonna do a video on that. But many people were talking about, oh, we'll survive. We've always survived. Oh, she's not black. Her husband's white, yada, yada, yada. Listen. One thing that we need to take from this is not to make it personal. People are making things personal. I'm hearing a whole bunch of stuff that has nothing to do with our empowerment. Kamala Harris ain't black. Doesn't matter. She's running as a black woman, okay? And you're not in a position, I'm not in a position, the collective isn't in a position to change that narrative. Nor would it benefit us to change that narrative. We should be accepting and embracing for her being, claiming that she's a black woman / Indian American. That is a benefit to us. If anything, we should be giving her an honorary black card. We give it out to everyone else. We can give her an honorary black card. Okay? Simple as that. You can take it away upon her as far as not saying that she's going to do anything that would empower black Americans, but we have to get to that point. Secondly, I'm hearing people saying, oh, her husband is white. Who cares? No one cares. I don't care if her husband is white. I don't care if her husband is Asian. Doesn't matter. Once again, stop making it personal. You're making this about Kamala. Kamala is not what this is about. What this is about is quid pro quo. That's what this is about. View Kamala as a vehicle for our policies, as a vehicle for our empowerment, as a vehicle for what needs to happen within our communities so that we can be empowered. That's all she needs to be viewed as. Nothing more, nothing less. Anything she's done in the past does not matter. I'm hearing people bring up as far as the video. I brought up the video myself when it comes to, I'm not going to do anything for black people. None of that matters, okay? If you believe that you're the same person that you were 8 years ago, that's a you problem, because most people aren't. What we need to do is give her rope. Now, what she does with that rope is up to her. I'm not saying blindly vote for Kamala Harris. I'm not saying that. No one with an IQ above room temperature would say blindly vote for anyone. That's not what's happening. What we need to do is give her rope. What needs to happen, as I told you all before, she's running as a black woman. The ending will come first because there is more political and social currency in her running as a black woman. I guarantee, I told you all this was going to happen, and sure enough, it did. What needs to happen is that all our black entertainers, all our black outlets, all our black media need to be on point. They need to be on code. And what I mean by being on code is asking her questions, tough questions that may make her feel uncomfortable. We've been uncomfortable for quite some time, for decades. Now's our time to make her feel uncomfortable and asking tough questions. I don't care if it's reparations. I don't care if it's education. I don't care if it's the healthcare when it comes to black women dying in the hospitals. We need to find out what is her vision for black America. We need to see, as Trump ran last time on the platinum plan, what is her platinum plan for black American? Because as she said in her video, if it helps black Americans, it'll help all Americans. 100%. So what is your vision for black America? That's what we need to find out. That is it. Everything else is meaningless. And what I mean meaningless, I don't mean that it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter to me. And it shouldn't matter to you, okay? All that is great, but I need to find out how are we going to, as far as combat gentrification? How are we going to combat as far as education, them trying to label everyone and anything as DEI, CRT? How are we going to combat as far as reparations, them trying to give reparations to Japanese and this people? How are we going to combat this? What is your plan of attack? Upon her not having a plan of attack or upon her being wishy-washy, then so be it. It is what it is. We end her. This is a crucial, pivotal time in American history for black Americans. I genuinely believe that after this election, it is either going to be an uprising like a phoenix, or it's going to be pure and utter destruction. Because those on the right do not care for black people. They do not care, and they've been very, very much adamant and blatant about it. The people surrounding Trump don't care for black people. Talking about, hey, I'm afraid to go on airplanes if I see a black pilot. They've tried to label history as CRT. Well, it's critical race theory. What is that? Well, I don't know. I just know I don't want little Timmy to read it, okay? They tried to belittle as far as people, black people who have worked hard since we got here. Haven't gotten even credit for it, haven't even gotten compensated for it. Got here, we've been working hard, and then try to undermine all that by DEI, okay? By saying, well, we need people on the basis of their merit. When them freaking saltines, okay, the majority of them, the lineage, got there due to them being white. Got there due to them being in a privileged position to know so-and-so, to know the owner here, to have the connections. That's what they have done. So you have to understand that this is honestly, it's coming to a climax for black Americans. This is all hands on deck. And what is extremely important is that when she reaches out to these black networks, when she reaches out to these black people, that they are on point, that they ask her the tough questions. Because if you don't, then we're going to have an Obama 2.0. And if that's what you want, by all means, we lose. We lose regardless. You have to understand. If she's an Obama 2.0, you lose. Okay? If she loses the election, you lose. We really have one shot at this. That's really it. One shot at this, or else it's game over. There's a lot of COINTELPRO that's going on right now. There's a lot of black people, quote unquote, that are agents, that are bad actors. Anyone who is telling black people to sit on the couch during an election season, such as crucial as this, they are an agent. They are a COINTELPRO agent. That's what they are. Or either they are politically ignorant. They have no understanding of the political atmosphere, or they think they are insulated from any of the ramifications and the repercussions that will occur. They think that their money, their clout, their fame, or whatever it is going to insulate them from the pain. That is not going to happen, okay? We are all in this together. Whether you like it or not, we are either drowning or we are floating. That is it. So anyone telling you otherwise needs to be dismissed. They need to be ostracized and sit into the freaking political desert, okay? Into the social desert, as we view them as lepers. That's how they need to be treated, because they are leading people, black people, off a cliff. So our focus needs to be getting answers from Kamala. That's what it has to deal with. Now, I don't have a problem how you get those answers. If you want to tap dance and do a jig with her, if she wants to bring out the hot sauce, I don't care. None of that matters. What matters is, at the end of the day, what are you going to do? What is your plan? What is your vision? I just want to hear the plan and the vision, because I understand that given as far as the Senate or the House, if Democrats don't have a Democrat House and Senate, I understand there's going to be roadblocks. Just as we see with the George Floyd the Policing Act. The Republicans were like, we're not getting rid of qualified immunity, so we're not going to pass a bill. What you have to understand is that it's a little bit more than just the White House. It's about judges that are being elected. It's about the Supreme Court. Many black people are constantly talking about reparations. You see what a Supreme Court of conservatives is doing. If you think that you are going to get as far as reparations under a Supreme Court, and you guarantee that Republicans will fight it all the way up to the Supreme Court, you have to understand that there are repercussions, okay? Voting has consequences. It is what it is. I understand that may be a platitude that we're sick and tired of, but it matters. The issue is not just casting your vote. The issue is getting something in return. There has to be an ask in 2024. Black people, we do not have all day, okay? We don't even have the full length of the election period, okay? But that is great. Do you want to know why it's great? Because neither does she. We have got to understand that we are in the same boat. She didn't have 4 years to campaign, okay? And we don't have, the 6 or 7 months that we have for the election. So we are both desperate right now. She is desperate for the black vote, because that is going to be her bedrock. And we only have this election for us to be the bedrock. I'm seeing black people and, pundits and everyone talking about, the influx of legal immigration, influx. What do you think is going to happen? Because amnesty is going to happen, whether it's with Trump, whether it's with the Democrat. It's going to happen. There's going to be some version, some form, because the problem has gotten too big. So honestly, this really is our last hurrah as being the bedrock for this party. So I would argue that we should use our leverage that we have right now that we haven't used for decades. Black people keep on talking about Democrats haven't done anything for us. Democrats haven't done anything for us. What have you asked? What have you asked of them to do? Because I'm noticing that people think that politics is just running, getting out of the house one day to vote for a general election. That's not how that works. You've got to have your foot on their neck. You cannot give someone a vote and then just expect them to do what they say that they're going to do. That's not how it works. That's not how it works in any aspect of life. You don't hire an employee and they're like, well, I'm going to have faith that they're going to do what they're going to do. No, that's not how that works. Okay, the only group of people that are going to have your best interests at heart more than anything else is you, is us. That's it. So we have got to make sure that they fulfill the promises. And if they don't, then we vote them out. Then they don't have that base to rely on. But right now, that is what she's going to be trying to garner. And I don't have a problem giving someone the vote as long as they give something in return for us. There has got to be an ask. You simply saying, well, I'm not going to vote, because I'm hearing very ignorant people talking about Couch 2024. How does you sitting on the couch and not voting, how does that get you reparations? How does that get an end to qualified immunity? How does that get anything that would help black people as a collective? How does that help us? It doesn't, okay? It doesn't at all. So you have to understand this concept of, well, I'm not going to vote because it's going to hurt the Democrats. How is it going to hurt a group of people that pass laws that they are insulated from? Who do you think is going to hurt? I'm lost here. Do you think Nancy Pelosi is going to hurt from this? Do you think Jeffries is going to hurt from this? What do you think that I don't understand? I don't understand that logic. Who do you think is going to hurt from this? It doesn't make any sense. None of them are going to hurt from this. But you want to know who is? We are. Because we are going to be dealing with a hostile party that is guaranteed to try and undo everything that has been done for black Americans. They talking about undoing the Civil Rights Act. That's what they are trying to do. We already saw a loss to affirmative action. And I know you can say, well, it didn't really benefit us to begin with. That's not the point. The point is the intent behind the actions. They believed that it was benefiting us, therefore it had to go. That's what you have to understand. Their intent is to harm us. So, yeah, there may be a hit and a miss here and there, but that is their goal. That is their prime directive. That's what you have to understand. So not voting isn't going to do anything but hurt you, because all that's going to do is give them a great messaging campaign for the, 2028, when they get to say, look at all the damage they've done. They've destroyed the country. Black people don't get this and that. That's what they're going to do. And that's what they're going to run off of. Stop listening to people who don't have your best interests at heart, who believe that they're insulated or just don't know what they're talking about. And sure as heck, stop listening to people who don't show their face. That's a surefire way of an agent. But we have got to understand what's at stake here, because I genuinely believe, like I said, 5 years, this is going to be it. So either we actually mobilize and organize to make sure that this woman is on code with the rest of us. And I don't care what she is, who she's with, or what she's done in the past. I care about today and in the future. That's it. You can't do anything. You can't change the past. Leave the past in the past. What we can do is have redress for the past. So any of the horrible things you think she's done, great. Now we have redress. Boo, you have done this, and this, and this, and this. How are you going to make redress for the harmful actions that you've done towards the community? Go ahead, talk. That's how you need to view this. Everything you don't like about her is ammunition for her to prove herself. Now, if you want to just go ahead and give her the vote and be like black girl magic, go right ahead. And we all perish. It's as simple as that. Go right ahead and we all perish. But we're already seeing Roland Martin raise what almost damn near 1 million or so in the course of a day. So there is backing behind her. Absolutely is. I'm just saying we need to have the right questions, the right people in front of her who are advocating for us. We cannot allow this to be another Obama and him talk about, well, I just feared as far as the white lashing of when it came to reparations. That's great. Understandable. This this is a whole different ball game. This is a whole different way. It's a whole different scene. We need to understand this. We have got to get politically intelligent, mobilize, and organize to benefit us. She is a catalyst, a potential catalyst for our change, for our empowerment. That's how this needs to be viewed. Anyways, guys, that's the video. I don't have time for foolishness. I don't have time for goofy, jokey, because it's really not funny. The predicament we're in as a people is not funny. It's not something to be joked about. It's not something to be taken lightly. It's not something to be addressed flippantly. We have got to understand a realistic perspective of where we are and be pragmatic about change, about opportunities. Do a SWOT analysis of us as a people. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. That's what we've got to do. Or else it is game over. Game over. Okay, I'd like to keep on playing, to be honest with you. All right? If you happen to disagree, you know where to find me. Monday through Friday, disagreement day. Not Monday through Friday, Lord, that'd be horrible. Friday through Sunday, disagreement day. There'll be a number on screen. You call in, we duke it out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think, and subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing. What is your plan of attack?